and it didn't play the damn timer. I hit the timer button, then I hit live, and it ended the timer. God damn it. Howdy, folks. There was supposed to be a timer. I'm VileMike. Chris is having issues. Elihu's here, though.
Physically, not mentally. I'm busy loading a bowl.
And let me...
Hey, guess what?
There we go.
VileMike just went live.
Nice. You got the notification.
Yes.
But what's funny is I still didn't get the notification.
That's what happens when you ring the bell, and when you click the live stream and ring the bell. You get notifications when VileMike goes live. And thanks to the new YouTube policy, I can now say fuck in the first 60 seconds. So fuck. Yeah, in the past you cannot really say fuck, otherwise your channel can get demonetized or kind of censored and de-algorithm. But now you can actually say fuck in the first 60 seconds and not get in trouble. Because people who are monetized were complaining.
Well, apparently TikTok is getting worse when it comes to that kind of stuff. A content person that I follow on TikTok, she's basically half her videos are thirst traps, the other half is political stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on one of her thirst traps, a guy basically said something like, no thank you, because basically her skin was too dark, and called her a slur, right? She reported the slur. TikTok responded, instead of deleting that comment, they deleted her video and gave her a strike.
Oh, fuck.
For someone else calling her a slur on her channel. And I'm like,
that's almost as bad as Nerdrotica getting paid every time he has an insult or has a racial or homophobic slur or utters that, or somebody else utters that while he's on a live stream. That's fucked up.
So yeah,
fuck Gary Nerdrotica. He's an asshole, racist asshole. He's a homophobic asshole. I should clarify that.
But how exactly? Because I don't know what you're referring to specifically, because I don't follow him anymore.
Oh, when Ironheart came out, the latest incident, Ironheart came out. Hollywood's gone rogue by having these black people in these shows again. Concentrate on the women. We got these black people here. What about the white people on the show? Come on, we're sensitizing America by having more and more ethnicity in this Hollywood shows. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Have a representation, people. Come on, 50s and 60s. You didn't have any strong women roles. You didn't have any strong Hispanic roles except for Ricky Ricardo. Hello, he was a breakthrough. Nobody complained about that. Now you're complaining because somebody who is not white, who is not a male, who is getting attention on Marvel.
Have you not read? I haven't read the whole thing, but I've read excerpts from Lucy's biography.
Yeah.
And she apparently they got a lot of hate mail for her being married to an immigrant back in the day. In fact, there were some stations that threatened not to have the show because of that aspect. The only reason that it ended up getting pushed through was because of its popularity. So, and a lot of people were pissed off because he was Cuban, and back then we didn't really like Cuba.
Yeah, I know. 50s and 60s. Yeah.
So, don't say it was okay back then, because it still wasn't.
Okay, well, then I'll reiterate my statement.
All right, so hold on. I was going to go to the topic at hand, but we have Dandelion.
Hello, it is indeed I.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
All right, so because of the time it takes to do Jep Nerdy boards, I was thinking about doing something a little different, and I want you guys' opinion.
Okay.
It's easy to do Jep Nerdy boards.
Sorry?
I can do Jep Nerdy boards. I already got a couple.
Well, but I'm talking about if I were to do it like a weekly thing again, if it was just me.
Ah.
Because I was thinking about, other things we could steal from to do nerd type competitions. And I was thinking, since we don't, sometimes it was kind of hard to get 3 people to play. I was thinking about doing like a one-on-one, who wants to be a nerdy air or million nerd or something along those lines. Because I think those would be a lot easier to make because it's just.
What?
I don't know.
I didn't hear you. What, MB?
Vile air.
Oh.
Because that was one of the ideas I was having. And I could make the questions could be relatively easy. They could be.
It's more like
we could leave it to
billionaire.
like a single movie or a single franchise often enough that I think that, and plus the question, instead of like 50 questions or 51 questions, it would just be, like 15. And all of them are, I give you the answers. So it's, you got a 1 in 4 chance.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Those are easy.
But we could do like, instead of the lifelines, it would be like ask the audience. It could be like,
right.
We could kind of do a phone a friend thing.
Eliminate one wrong answer. Ask the audience.
It could be like one where we just give you the right answer.
No. Erase one wrong answer. Ask the audience, and the third one can be phone a friend. Basically, it's like, who wants to hop on real fast? Help me out.
We could do that, but I just wanted your guys' opinions.
That'd be fun. I always prefer multiple choice. At least I've got a 1 in 4 chance of knowing the answer. Because I know when you do those Jeopardies, I'm like, I have no idea. I don't even going to try this because I got no idea.
Are you trying to share something, NB?
Oh.
No, he's trying to get off the stream.
Yeah.
No, apparently, because he showed up twice on the thing, so something happened.
Connection issues?
I don't know. Maybe it's my internet.
And then yesterday, when I told somebody that I had a YouTube channel, he was going through my videos and he immediately scrolls to like some of the oldest stuff I had. And he saw the origami dollar I had, and he's like, why don't you start doing more of this? So, and then he made the joke about selling it on the eBay store, like making a dollar bill and then selling it for $1 on eBay.
Fold dollar bills into origami shapes. Is that what you're doing?
Well, I did a video for Star Wars Day a number of years ago. Like, oh God, how long ago was it? I want to say like 7 years ago at this point.
Okay.
But he's like, that is really cool, and he apparently is a huge Star Wars fan.
Morning.
Didn't I send you the videos about the origami folding for the TIE Fighter and Vader? Didn't I send you those videos?
You may have sent it to me, but I didn't like their design for the TIE Fighter because they used like $3 bills, and I try to use one.
Oh, okay.
Because it's so, if you're going to use multiple dollar bills, it's a lot easier to origamiize something.
I bet you couldn't do it with a Canadian bill. Well,
nope.
Dollar bills, but a 5, you
nope.
couldn't do it.
Yeah,
those loonies.
Because they're made of polymer. They don't fold. Like it's actually
that's most annoying. And technically they can fold. It's just a lot harder.
Yeah, they do fold eventually, but yeah, that's something to spring right back into.
For a wallet. How does it work for a wallet?
Mexico has the same issue with a lot of their newer bills, as they're made out of polymers, and they got clear parts.
Yeah, same with ours.
And so let me. Sorry, I'm checking on to see how old that video is at this point, because even I forgot.
No, my weekend has been mainly going through my Batman and Superman comics.
Right, because like there's a 50, right? But it folds, but it doesn't. It's like plasticky. It doesn't stay folded much.
August 26th, Superman comes on digital.
Yes, clear sections. Oh, it looks like this one's actually got
Okay.
a weird rip in it. Oh, this one's taped back together. Nice.
Yeah, it was 6 years ago for May the 4th.
Damn.
So, and it's also copyrighted because I used real Star Wars music in it.
Great.
But
my Star Wars collection's getting pretty good. I went to Village. I forgot what it's called. Village something. Anyway, it's one of those booth places. And, you know, people pay for a booth and then you go and you buy stuff and then they get, you know, the place gets commission on. This one guy had like all these Star Wars figures and I'm like, don't have that, don't have that, don't have that, don't have this one. I'm like, okay, I've got 5 Lukes. I don't need that Luke right now. Hola, Mrs. Cardenas.
hey, babe.
Hola, Mr. Cardenas.
She's been there for like 5 minutes, guys.
It
So
was
I,
3 minutes and I was looking up something. Yeah, I saw your sorry for interrupting, NB, but I saw your reply to her before I saw hers, Dandelion.
Yeah. Well, I said hi, but everyone was talking, so I figured I better hop over there and say hi.
one of the,
but yeah, right now with the new layout, and again, I'm sorry for interrupting you, NB. StreamYard's just updated the layout for phones again. So my little comment window is currently taking up about 1/5 of my phone's screen.
Right.
All I can see right now is for your comment. It doesn't even say your name. It just says AM. Good morning, Marisol Cardenas.
Jeepers.
That's it. That's all I can see. It doesn't even. I can't even see your name.
That's terrible.
So I gotta figure. They have to have a way to rearrange things.
I'm gonna say we got to get you like a tablet or something for doing.
Well, I could pull out the laptop. I'm just too lazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I was saying. A tablet would, you know.
Well, probably a tablet would be much cheaper because I mean,
Chris
hell,
only wants to pretend he's on streams today.
Well, he's still working on his computer. He's trying to get stuff ready for tonight.
Right. Good.
So,
you know, that way you can get licked by a cat.
And I know he just left though, but we could easily do like that whole millionaire thing on his channel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, NB's just dipped again.
Oh, hopefully he wasn't mad because I kept interrupting him. I wasn't trying to be rude.
He didn't look
Yeah,
mad.
you were.
He didn't look bad. Did you guys like the Superman irritable bowel syndrome on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
I laughed. It was just one of those things that like popped up in my feed, and I'm like, oh, I gotta share this with the guys.
Well, especially when it's like he had to poop so bad he shot lasers from his eyes.
Right. I know, right?
Poor Jimmy.
Yeah, you guys are definitely investigative reporters. I can see that.
But yeah, that was funny. Unfortunately, I didn't really watch much this week.
No.
I
try not to go overboard with sending every funny thing that I come across because I kind of crossed something else today that was pretty funny, and I'm like, no, I can't share freaking everything. These aren't even people I follow or anything like that. The only one I follow is the guy that makes the chocolate sculptures, which I occasionally share with.
Some of his stuff.
Oh yes.
I can't. It's like it's one of those videos where I just watch it and I'm just going like, I'm like Homer Simpson.
Yes,
my favorite is when he does the little cakey fruits to put in like a chocolate fruit basket. Like it's the basket's made out of chocolate, and then he's got like cakey little like round things that he makes into the fruit. Like he'll take a basket of peaches, puree the peaches, use them to fill like little cake pop thingies, and then he makes like a basket out of chocolate, and you're just like, damn, so tasty. Love the chocolate. I just want to eat all those things. Although I'm sure the chocolate's like not the best quality chocolate.
I don't know. I every time I see that, I'm like, got it. I want to just try it. And when I see the chocolates he's using, he's not using poor quality chocolates. Granted, he's mixing it and manipulating it a lot, so maybe after a while it doesn't.
I
It
think he
looks
uses
better than
like
it tastes,
base.
but
I think he often uses a base of maybe a lower quality chocolate, but then he covers it in like a layer of probably better quality. I don't know. I would fucking eat the shit out of that stuff anyway. So.
Oh yeah, diabetes take me.
Mhm.
The other one I like on Facebook, and Mrs. Vile and I will send each other this guy's videos for whichever one we see, is Beardo Weirdo. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Is that you?
Yes.
No, he has a bigger beard than me, but
No, MB says it was him. So, yeah, Beardo Word, is that you?
No.
Yeah.
But like half the stuff is barbecue ribs or burgers or stuff like that, and every time I'm watching it, I'm just like, I want that. And his catchphrase is, "I'm never going to be a skinny man," and
I resemble that remark.
Hey, they're doing a barbecue thing over here in my town on the 15th and 16th. And my wife and I are like, fuck, man, when was the last time we had good barbecue? We're thinking, God damn, it's been 4 or 5 years since we had a good barbecue. I'm like, holy hell. So anyway, talking about that Village place I was at, this guy had, this booth had like hundreds of Star Wars figures. And I just started grabbing ones left and right. I finally got my Gamorrean. I was very happy about that. I'm like, I got the Rancor.
Morning, Pickles.
Uh-oh.
Just 3 times and he just froze up. Jeez, look at that. NB, I'm not sure, but you froze, dude. I'm not sure if you can hear us.
I don't know. But let's see. So to go back on the plans things, you guys think I should do the origami thing or no?
Yeah, origami.
Because I need
Easily. I mean, I wouldn't like devote my entire channel to it were I you.
no. Like maybe do a
origami's
series of
always
like
cool.
10 things, and then post them.
Is it just a finished one, or are you doing like a little process thingy? Because the process one will be cool.
It would probably be like much better than the one I have, where I actually show, because before that was just a spur of the moment type thing. Because when I get bored, I'll just take $1 out of my wallet and I'll start folding it and let it kind of like tell me what it's going to turn into.
Ooh,
I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's like sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to end up with. And I've done like a Cardassian Galore class. I've done numerous X-Wings, Y-Wings, A-Wings. I even did a Millennium Falcon once. Ferengi Marauder, Klingon, D7-ish. I mean, there was a couple issues with it, but
that's pretty cool. You could definitely also
try to bring Chris up again.
You could also
Sorry.
you could do longer videos to show how you're doing it. Not necessarily show people how to do it, but show you as you're in the process of doing it. But then you could also use it to make shorts as well. I bet you that would work really well for shorts. Just show like a few like
For what?
of the moments of the folding and then the finished object, and then you could do a split screen thing.
I'm talking about the ideas for the channel, basically.
Yeah.
I had that one Star Wars origami video that someone yesterday was talking to me about, because told me
I heard that.
You should do a lot more of these.
Well, so with that one, kind of going off kind of what Dan Lyon said, you can do a long form format. And what you do first is you fold one, just put a camera on it, fold it, go into a video editor, and smash it down into fast, like a quick one, and use that as your short, and then create an overdub audio to explain, hey, this is what I did, or explain something about why you chose that shape. That can be your short. But then what you do is you take that long form format, the long one, and you use it as your long form video.
But
and
don't
you
make it
explain
too long.
over it each one of the
Nobody's got
what?
time for that. Don't make it too long.
No.
Nobody's got time for that.
Well, no, but what he does is on the well, when I say long form, I
I
mean
know.
anything over the 3 minutes is short. But that way, you know, you can make it a 5-minute video, and you can tell it basically, first you fold this way, you know, you explain the step by step way on the long form. But on the short, you basically would say, like, as it's going by quickly, you say, and you want to make, of course, that fast forward, or I can't remember the name of it right now. But anyways, when you do the time lapse, thank you. When you do the time lapse of it, you want to make sure it's long enough to say what you want to say. So you make it, if you want to make it a 1 minute, 30-second one, you just make it that way. It says, I chose this shape for this week, or if you want to do one a week or something like that, I chose this shape this week for this reason. And then what you say is, if you're interested in how to make it, go and watch the video, linked below. And then they can go from the short directly over to the long form, and they can learn how to do it.
Well, like my daily videos, when it came to my analytics, basically anything over 60 seconds was not getting a lot of views. The sweet spot for a short, it seems to be 30 to 60 seconds. Unless you're doing
on what it's for.
Content, and I'm trying to avoid that.
I have a recommendation. If you're going to have like a process video that you can go to from a short, make sure it's easy to find in your videos, because I don't know how many times I've seen a short, wanted to watch more of the video, went there, and all you get is like them, right? Like you get a link to the page, and then you have to fucking try and figure out what the video is. That's the
what you're supposed to do is you link. No, you can tell which channels know what they're doing, because the channels that know what they're doing link it to the title. Because if you click on the title of it is a link to the main video. So like a lot of the channels I watch, if it's a part of the video that I'm watching, like if the short is a part of a longer video,
but
the video's name
that don't do that. That you can't.
No, I understand.
Scroll through like pages and
but that's what I'm saying.
Populate like randomly. It seems like they're not necessarily new. They populate from like 3 years ago or whatever.
Well, that's the thing, because there's a way to automate it where you say, link it to most popular video or anything like that. That's something you can do in YouTube Studio. Well, I don't know, because I haven't tried it yet with the shorts, because I've not done any shorts from a long form video.
Right. Yeah.
But I think what it looks like is you make the title of your short a direct hyperlink to the video, and I think that's what it's supposed to do.
I've seen it on TikTok. I haven't seen it on YouTube as often.
Yeah.
Well, everybody I watch on YouTube that's shorts, that's how they do it. If there's a video attached to it, you can go directly from the short to the main video. I heard you talking about Who Wants to Be a Billionaire, something like that.
Basically, it would be a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire parody. And one of the
How
reasons I was thinking about that was,
I
want to go into a little background. I guess they're coming out with a new version of the show, and that's what prompted me to think about that.
Are they?
That's what I heard.
Or you mean like another? Well, they came out with the celebrity one, like they do every few years.
That's what I was talking about. But,
No, they just were on. They just had that on last night or something like that. I can't remember. I watched that. Anyways, I mean, you could do that. The problem you got to remember with those is that, I mean, and you did it with Jeff Nerdy, so I mean, it's not like it can't be done. But you just need to make sure that you have, you just make sure you have the questions. But the thing is it's a one person. It's a one-person thing. I wouldn't do it against two people, because that makes it a competition. So I guess you bring 3 people on, and you give each person a chance, unless one person goes all the way. And then the people on the panel become the people they can poll. Because again, the problem with polling or doing the Ask the Audience thing is if you don't have enough people in your audience, or you have enough people, it's how much time do you give them to answer? Because again, easier in the studio to say, click your button now, and they do it when you're doing it on TV. But when you're doing it on a live stream, you don't guarantee that everybody's going to click a vote. So then you get a weird vote range. So what you would want.
The other problem is if Chris is one of the contestants, everyone will give him wrong answers.
Well, but no. You see, but the thing is you don't look at the audience. You don't look at the audience. I mean, if you want to, again, just like anybody else in the world, when you play a trivia game, if you want to look at the chat, you can, but it's a wild card if it's right or not. And so what you would do is you bring up maybe 5 or 6 people, and those people can be polled. So, for instance, you get one chance. I want to poll the panelists, and you get. I mean, you could even do it with just 3 people. The other 2 people would then say, "I think it's this one. I think it's this one," and then you pick. And then you could do the phone a friend, which would just basically be one of those people in the panel, and you get to pick, and they then give you what they think the answer is, and whether or not it's right or wrong. Same kind of thing. You may be right, you may be wrong, whatever. But you get 2 of those. Hold on, let me finish. You get 2 of those. So one's a phone a friend. You have to pick one person. The poll, the panelists, however many panelists you have, or you can bring extra people up just for that purpose. So you don't wait on your chat. And then you have the eliminate answers. Or you can then, if you have 4 answers for them, or if you're not going to do that, you give them an extra guess. So instead of having remove a 50-50, you may basically say you get one guess, and if it's wrong, you get a second try. So you call it second try.
Be right back.
Since part of the problem you were having was getting enough people to play, you might want to start keeping it simpler than that, and just pull your.
You're not asking. But the thing is the chat. You can't wait for 10 minutes for the chat.
But part of his motivation was that he's having a hard time getting people to come and play the game. So he needs a game that he can play with fewer people.
But I'm not saying they play. You invite them up and you say you don't have to play, but you might get pulled. So it's not that you can't get enough people to play, on the stream. It's he can't get enough people there's people who are afraid they're going to look like they're stupid, and I don't mean that in any offense to anybody. They're just worried because listen, we get no.
Answers.
But there's the thing. I'm not talking about being stupid, but people feel. But people feel I'm not going to be good at this, so they don't want to come on the stream. It's not that they won't come on the stream. So what you tell them is that I already have 3 people who are going to play, or 2 people who are going to play. You're just coming up in case they need help, and maybe you know it, maybe you don't. And if you don't, that's fine. It's not. It's just they're there to be fun. It's like the audience in Jackbox games. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know if they know the answer or not. It's just there. But then he gets those people on the stream, because if you try to do it in a chat, and I'm telling you, I've had 60 people on a stream watching at one time. I've had more. Every time I've done a poll, it's like the hardest thing to get people to answer it. So you have to leave it up for 10 minutes. And that's not going to work for what you need. Because if you get to that place where they got to poll, where you got to poll people.
So yeah, I can understand that. But they could be even easier. Just like have a hint, like as the guy who said, extra answer. Instead of like 50-50, I like the idea of doing like an extra answer, so it still gives them a 50% chance. So they just get to choose 2.
You mean remove an answer, a wrong answer?
But he's not going to have that. He's not. You're not going to go and get You're not going to do this off of a PowerPoint, are you? You're like Jeff Nerdy. You're just going to go and do this as a question and answer thing, right?
My idea to design it would be through OBS.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I could pre-make a board and just insert answers as I need or pictures as I need.
Yeah, I mean, and trust me, I mean, we did that for the chase. LDG and me made a whole chase board, and it's crazy. I mean, it's a lot of moving parts, but when we did it, it worked, and it was cool. It's just when you get into that, there's a lot of moving parts to the things like that. I mean, I guess so. Are you going to show the 4 answers like they do on the show?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind. You want to keep the 50-50 then.
But the other thing is, one of the rules I would mandate is the person has to have a camera on, because that way they can't look up the answers.
Yeah.
And I would limit the games to 30 minutes.
Well, and that's why I said you can't do the polling.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out a way That's why I said if you invite multiple people up, like Dandelion or other people that wouldn't normally play, all you tell them is like, you don't have to play.
I'll play when it's a topic I have knowledge of, but.
Well, I'm saying even if you don't have knowledge of that topic, you don't have to play. He's not bringing you on to play.
Mercer says that he does a Star Trek Millionaire on YouTube. Okay. Is that actually on your channel, or is that something the other guy is doing? Because if he's doing that, that's going to make it sound like I stole his idea.
Well, you do
not if you keep it from just but you're not gonna be doing it where you're doing the only Star Trek. I mean, it's so. Listen, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. Your ideas that you're trying to come up with.
Is it something John DeMarco's doing? Because if it is, then I'm not going to do that. I'll scrap the entire idea, even if it's more nerdy.
Mike, it's not like that though. You're not the only. He's not the only one that does it either. There's millions of people on YouTube, and I guarantee you there's at least 100 different people that are doing the exact same thing on the exact same day. There's nothing you can do about that. So it's a matter of, I wouldn't worry about if you do it stepping on somebody's toes. Just don't do it on the same day.
When I started Jet Nerdy, as in the actual title, as in Jet Nerdy, that way, I looked it up online first. And no, I wasn't the first person to do it. But when I was looking up like the hashtag and how many videos on YouTube about it, there hadn't been anything like that in several years.
Well, not exactly that format, maybe. I think trying to do something that isn't being done or something, it's very difficult because again, there's a million reaction people. There's a million people that review music. There's a million people,
but I'm gonna ignore it right now.
I sent you the templates for how to make do your own Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. I sent you the template like Jeff Dirty. It's a template to make your own game like that.
Yeah.
Well, I may or may not use that. As I said, my idea originally was to prefab everything in OBS.
And also sent you a PowerPoint one so you can create your own as well.
Yeah, I don't want to do a PowerPoint one. Mostly because I don't have Microsoft Office on my phone, on my laptop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Microsoft Word. I don't have full Office, and
download
you can
something like that. I don't.
You can send that stuff to me too, because I'm interested in that.
It's pretty good.
I'll copy the link to you.
All right. But
what? Sale of the Century. I'm not familiar with Sale of the Century, Mercer.
Well, wait. Bring that back up real quick. What did he say?
Here. I think Sale of the Century would be a great game to adopt.
So is that? I don't know. They've got several. I think is that a UK one?
There you go, Chris.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a UK game show. I'm not sure, but
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
The thing is I don't worry about so much what other people do, as long as I put my own spin on it, and I also try not to step on their feet. So, like, if they do it on a Sunday, and I like, again, it's almost like a 6 degrees of separation thing. If it's not somebody that I know or somebody that I know who knows somebody else, then it's far enough away from me that I don't need to worry about it. Again, it's like Disney or Marvel or anything like that. You got millions of channels that cover these topics, and they're all covering the same exact topic. It's just how they cover it and the angle they come at it with. So it's not like you need to keep thinking about, oh, I have to come up with something that nobody else is doing. You just want to be respectful enough within the group of people you know, or the range of people you know, and just say, okay, if you do it, do you mind if I do it, or do you mind if I do it on a different night? All that stuff. You just want to cover those bases. But if you're talking about Mercer, for instance, he's on, he plays it on somebody else's stream. Well, let's say that somebody else is just somebody that says that he found by searching, and then he allows it to, that basically he went there, got in the chat, and they invite people up. And I'm not saying that's what it is there. I'm just saying if that's how it is, then you don't know that person who's doing that stream, so it's not like it's really doing anything to cut into somebody's time.
I don't want to. To me, I don't want to intentionally copy somebody.
Well, but that's what I said. It's the 6 degrees of separation. How far away are you from that? And also, how are they doing it? They may just be doing it where, somebody has to answer, a question. Just they read the question off. I don't know. Again, or they're doing it off of PowerPoint. Yours might be completely different, or might have a different take because of your phone a friend or your polling or your 50-50. You might do it differently. You just make it your own thing. And then the big thing is, like I said, is don't do it on the same day at the same time. For instance, I've been doing Name That Tune now for 5 some odd years. It's been on break now for about a year and a half or something like that. As soon as I come back, if anybody comes up and says, well, dude, you're copying me, I'll be like, no, because I know a lot of people after the fact that started doing it. But it's like, I'm not going to go and tell them that they're
new.
No, it isn't. That's my point. So what I did is I went in and I tried to find ways to make it similar to the original game show on the radio or on TV. But at the same time, it's got different things. I got a wheel. I spent a wheel to get something to get the topics. I have, we have different things you can do. It's like
nobody's doing Name That Symphony.
It's been a while since I watched Bugs Bunny cartoon, and I would not get it.
Because there's hardly anybody who can do that anymore.
There's a few symphonies I can name from here.
Oh, I can too, but I mean,
I haven't watched Bugs Bunny in a while. It's going to be hard for people. Air some more Bugs Bunny cartoons, and people will.
I'm gonna have to go to like UMKC and go to the freaking the music side of things and ask people there who are trying to be a music major, hey, you want to come on this show? Because that's the people who might know it.
I was just joking anyway.
I know. Anyways,
right,
it's about making it your own thing.
I know. But since he hasn't said anything, Mercer, do you have anything to add real quick since you joined?
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, I don't remember much, but there was an old game show called Sale of the Century, which the title, don't worry about the title, is just like they wanted, basically, it was a very fast trivia game. And that part of it is what you could keep. You got to answer the questions as fast as possible. The reason it was called Sale of the Century is that, let's say you got 25 points. They would offer you a prize for 15 of those points. They would give you something awesome, and it would reduce your score. Don't worry about that part of it. But the game show itself was really fast trivia questions. Now, like I was saying,
Geek of the Century.
Yeah. The other thing I was saying is that you guys, I kind of came in on the middle of this. You guys were talking about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and this guy I play every couple weeks on. He does a great job adapting it for Star Trek. So, I don't know if, don't worry too much about, you're already using ideas from game shows that exist. If you do it similar to what somebody else is doing, what's the big deal? As long as it's not exactly the same. Well, the point is, I wouldn't worry too much about every little thing. I mean, why would
that's the thing. It's nothing. If you limit yourself to things that nobody has done, you might as well just stop, because unfortunately only a few things you can do. And like, I don't know, the Rumble, like my Rumble, the only reason why it's even slightly different than any other panel stream is that I have everybody give their own opinions and stuff, but I also throw stupid crap into it. The wheels and the mulligans and all the weird stuff that I throw into it. And all it is it's absolute chaos. It makes no sense, and that's what I wanted out of it. And it doesn't matter. I'm not saying I'm the only person who ever did it. I never looked to see if anybody did anything like it. I don't care. I wanted to. I just wanted something that I had fun to do. If you go and try not to do something somebody else is that's already they're doing it, it's going to be really difficult on you. You just want to be respectful. So if you know the people who are doing it, just reach out to them and say, "Do you mind if I do one?" That's the thing. It's like, like I said, I know lots of people who are doing, not lots, but I know several channels who are doing name that tune, whether or not it's 5 minutes at the end of the stream or something like that. I'm not texting them or messaging them and saying, "Hey, why are you doing my show?" I don't care. Go ahead and do it.
So when we do Millionaire, we do it on Discord and YouTube. We kind of use both together.
Yeah.
And that way, the person in the hot seat gets moved up into a little teeny part of the server. I don't know much about Discord, so I don't know how to describe it. But then the other people that are watching, one of them will be called as the.
Fortunately, I do have a Discord expert known as Katty Night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I yelled at her for not showing up. And where is she?
Probably still asleep.
Guys, I'm going to jump off and try to finish this computer. If I can get back in, I will. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
One of the other ideas I had
all the time. Why are you doing this? I gotta ask. I've been wondering
because I can't smoke at my house. They don't even like me smoking in the carport.
Cool.
So,
no, I just was so curious, and I couldn't get out of here without knowing.
I did put a response to that in the chat.
Anyway,
I did put a response to your
guys.
question.
You guys are great, but I just wanted to come in and say, hey, listen, for the most part, these communities, even if you're separate from whether it's Mike's or John's community or whatever, most people are cool with each other as long as you can't worry too much. I mean, we're all just trying to build our own communities. I'm thinking about doing some kind of show myself based on speed, how fast you answer the questions, and that's why I'm thinking about doing something like Sale of the Century, only changing it a bit.
Like one of the ideas I had, and this stemmed from a debate me and a friend had. Basically, we were arguing over the Daedalus class ships. He, like me, he's a Star Trek fan, and he thinks like Star Trek can beat any ship from any universe. When almost no matter what. Like one of his arguments was like, a runabout could defeat a Star Destroyer. And
all you have to do is beam the bombs in. Just teleport the bombs in.
But the first argument, the first debate we kind of had was the Daedalus class from Star Trek versus the Daedalus class from Stargate.
I'm not familiar with Stargate. I've seen the movie, but yeah.
So we were like the pros and cons because they both have shields, they both have teleporters, they both have beam weapons. And we were arguing for probably like 45 minutes, actually going on our phones and looking up the stats as much as we could from, from both the shows and comic books and stuff like that. And when I was thinking about ideas for the channel, I was like, what if we turned that into like another type of debate or stream or something where we have.
Well, years ago,
I could moderate.
I want to say something. Mercer actually brought up a point about transporters. Why is it in Star Trek when they're fighting each other with phases and shields are down, they continue to fire? Why don't they just transport torpedoes and detonate 2 seconds after transporting, just boom, fire it up? Why do they have to continue firing the phases? They can just transport torpedoes.
So the one time I was when I was still friends with them, not really. I mean, I'm still friends with them, but I don't follow them anymore. But when I was when I was on Salty Stream, I brought up the point: where is the Reliance deflector dish? And we mulled this over for like an hour, maybe 2 hours. The Reliant on Star Trek 2.
Yeah, according to the technical manual, it's those 3 dots in front of the saucer.
Well, they're on each side. They're on each side of the saucer, not the 3 dots. It's those little panels on each 180 degrees on each.
There are 4 lights.
But
Yeah,
we didn't
so-
know. We thought the deflector dish and the navigational dish were the same thing at the time. Anyway, it's all fun, it's just whatever.
So it could be like, I'm the moderator and the host. We choose 2 ships from 2 different franchises. Chris kind of gave me the idea just now when he said he has got the wheel on the Rumble. We could like spin a wheel, and it could be like cruiser class ships, destroyer class ships, fighters, city ships like the Voth or the Star Destroyer, the Super Star Destroyer, stuff like that, or even like super weapons. And we could, one person gets one, the other person gets the other, and we just debate. And I let them, have their phones out or have their computers up, looking up the information. But I wouldn't have it like a live stream like this. I would have it probably pre-record it.
You would have a timer for somebody to talk, right, and debate.
Probably.
Debating what ships are better than what ships is similar to people debating whether Superman can beat the Thing. I mean, I'm not saying those 2 characters. I'm just saying debating what characters can beat what characters in a fight. Only you're talking about ships instead of characters.
Yeah, it's a Kirk and Picard debate, dude.
But it's something fans would have done for years, is nitpick and debate what's better. And I just thought this could be like a definitive example.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. We could argue. We could say, with certainty now that we can say that someone, and even though it's still not certainty because people will still complain, but it's the act of getting the engagement.
Yeah, that's
what I was thinking.
What it's all about. That's why we do this. Is to debate. It's part of being a geek or a nerd. It's a lot of fun.
All right, it's about time for me to hop because I got to go and get my walk done before it gets any hotter outside.
It's good to meet you guys. I didn't mean to disturb your. I didn't mean to disturb your stream.
Oh no! It's open panel for the CNA. Yeah. It's just to talk about shit and have fun, Daddyland.
Okay, bye guys. Have a good week.
Laters.
But on that note about certain things, like instead of putting the link in the chat like I have it, is Chris coming back?
So
it would be like on Chris's thing, Admiral was talking about doing a link tree. I don't have one, and I think that's a good idea for this channel, especially with how many links I currently have in the description. Because let's see, I'm gonna go to my own video.
Problem is, I'm gonna let you know this. Both Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube all have something in their rules and all that state you can't use a link tree.
Really?
They have it in there. Now here's the thing. I think I have my link tree in my YouTube. I know I have it on X. I just don't think they really enforce it, or maybe they don't know the rules there and they haven't taken it out. I don't know. But yeah, I double check that. But it used to be like that. But yeah, you can do a link tree and it makes it a lot quicker because you don't have to have all that stuff on there. Problem is, like with a channel like mine, in my description, if you've ever seen it, it's a full 5,000 characters that I'm allowed almost, because I have my links, I have my channel's links, I have Chaos Central's channel links, I have some of Han Stars, I have people that I do Chaos Central with in there. I have people like LEG and Dandelion in there because of things that they've done for the channel. I have lots of different people and lots of different things I put in there. I don't want to put them all on my link tree because it's like they don't have anything directly to do with my stuff that's on the link tree. So it's like it can cut down on it. It just depends on what you're putting in it. But for you, it makes sense because you have an eBay store and things like that, or you could literally go and get a free website, build a free website to put pictures on, and link those pictures directly to the eBay listing. Those things might help, and then you put your website in Linktree, you put your eBay in Linktree, you put your social media in Linktree, and then you put your YouTube in Linktree, and then you post the Linktree everywhere, and that's how you do it. And if
right,
you start like an OnlyFans channel, you can put it on there. And
I was going to go through. For this stream, I have the eBay store link, the eBay store's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages, my TikTok, my Blue Sky accounts, the Patreon link, the PayPal link, Conservatorium's link, because he's the one who designed the avatar that I'm currently using, which is that one right there. Plus, he's the one who created the avatars for Turtle Jay and Katty Night in the last video. I have a link to Aberjam's YouTube channel because he's the one who made the VileMike theme song. And I have a StreamYards link. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 links.
What's the StreamYard link? You mean the StreamYard for whatever StreamYard or whatever one you're doing?
I always
That's how you got up here.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
how you got up here, dude.
well, no, I got it on here because he messaged me on X on Twitter, and that's how I got up here. What I'm talking about is you put it in the description.
Yeah, there's a little when you have StreamYards created, you can have a little link. You hit the little button and it will create a link. So if someone clicks that link and signs up, I get $10 credit.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, never mind. I was thinking something else. The problem you're going to have, though, is that I can't remember because I had the free for a long time on Linktree, and then I can't remember if I paid for like a lifetime or something like that. I can't remember, but I don't have to pay anymore. It's not taking money from me anymore. But I have I bought into the pro version. That way I could change my backgrounds and change the way the buttons look. And I think I have it like, I won't say unlimited, but it's like 50 different links I can put on there, which, I sent you mine. You can take a look at it. That's what, I don't remember how much it cost if I paid for a lifetime or if they just forgot to charge me anymore. I don't know which it is. But
that reminds me. Sorry, Mike. Did you email Chris that little R2D2 so he can keep it and upload it?
Say that again.
Did you email Chris the R2D2? Otherwise, I will do that for you.
I just put it in the chat. Did you see that?
No.
Chris?
Oh, okay. If you want it, Chris, I can email it to you, or I can do that for you because I can get the video.
Well, just go ahead and send it to me.
It's funny.
Yeah,
I like it.
I put it in the Rumble or the
Right.
OnStar Jackbox games thing.
Yeah, the Jackbox games are weekend wrap up or weekly wrap up.
Wrap up. The one where we play the games. That one.
Yeah,
I
need to go and take the OnStar Sunday Fun Day one and just make sure everybody that's in it is in weekly wrap up and rename the weekly wrap up one to Real Review 2000's weekly wrap up and OnStar Sunday Fun Day. Because right now, since I'm doing both, really quick, I'm at 7%. It's right now going through all the updates and stuff. So tonight we should be able to go live. I won't make that call until probably about 3 o'clock or so. I've been up. I worked on this all last night to make sure I could get here, and I'm working on getting it brought up. But I might just say screw tonight. I don't know yet. Just to bring you guys up to date.
All right, hold on.
I just want to plan my dinner tonight
because of what you brought up. At least when it came to YouTube, Linktree is allowed on YouTube. You just cannot have links to any pornographic website, any website that force an install of an app or any sort of software. So if you
changed it.
Like if you link to your TikTok, you're not allowed to do that on YouTube because it will. If you don't have TikTok installed, it'll bring up the thing to try to download the app.
Yeah.
So.
Which is funny because you can put YouTube on there, and if you don't have YouTube, it's going to ask you to sign up. So it's almost the same thing. It's like, again, you think of these people and the rules they make, and it's like you break your own rule. Mm-hmm. It's like, but it's okay if it's us.
Do what I say, not what I do.
Yeah, basically.
And you can no longer use Linktree on your Shorts links.
I see.
you can only be in your description, not in your in the main description, not in the caption. If that makes sense.
No, it's I don't know. I know that there's a whole bunch of rules. I remember the day when they didn't allow it at all because they were like, "Oh, how can we stop it from
So
doing the things you
if
just
I
said?"
did have an OnlyFans account, I couldn't have that in the link tree because
No,
OnlyFans
no, no,
is
no, no, no,
considered
no, no, no,
pornographic.
no. You can't. OnlyFans is not in and of itself pornographic. People have
No,
it,
but I think
so you
it would still violate YouTube's terms of service as of
no,
right
because
now.
you could do it, and then they'd have to prove that your link was pornographic. So, for instance, you could call your OnlyFans "Watch a Man," pay me to watch a man smoke in his car. That's something that, dude,
Yeah,
you'd be surprised the
smoking is a
crazy
fetish,
shit.
dude.
You'd be surprised the crazy shit that I have heard that's on there. Like I watched that my 600 not my 600-pound life, but the one that like the people that are going through weight loss surgery and all that. There's a woman that was on that got paid to eat. They would tell her what to buy, and she would eat it, and she'd get paid for it on OnlyFans. I'm sitting there going like, it's crazy. So technically, you could, if somebody gets off on watching somebody build models, you could build models on there and get paid for it. I mean, so they can't inherently state that your link to OnlyFans would be pornographic. They'd have to prove it. But yes, you would be the first person they'd flag and say it was. I mean, because that is it's like, okay, is it technically no? But what is OnlyFans known for? I mean, that's what they're going to say. It's like, well, we 99.9999999%, and even like I said, the one that put that got paid to eat. In theory, that is a pornographic thing because somebody's getting off on watching it. And so it's like, I get it, but I'm just stating, inherently speaking, no, OnlyFans is not. Artists can be on there, anything. The guy who originally, or the people who originally created it, did not expect it to go the direction it went. It's basically because you got Patreon, you have DeviantArt, there's other things like it, but OnlyFans went just one direction. And it's only because like the people on Twitch that couldn't do the things they wanted to do on there anymore when Twitch started cracking down on them. OnlyFans has Twitch to thank for their huge amount of people in there.
Oh fuck! I forgot to do something.
Uh-oh.
No, it was my to-do list from last week.
Oh, well then you're only behind.
I meant to post something and I forgot to post it.
Yes.
Hey, have you guys seen Naked Gun yet?
No, I haven't.
Not yet. I will. I heard it's hilarious.
Dude, comedy is fucking back. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check this out. So I started watching it. I'm like, okay, this is funny as shit. This is funny. This is funny. This is good. Good one-liners. This is funny. This is funny. That's hilarious.
It looks like the old one. And the fact that they're just playing off the old one, I thought it was great.
He's more confident.
I haven't seen it all.
He's more confident than his dad. I'm like, hello.
Well, that's fine.
But he's a great comedic actor. I like this role. And now I understand the chemistry they had, him and Pamela. I'm like, okay, I understand this. They actually fell in love on the set. I get it. I've seen that real kiss compared to the fake kiss. I'm like, okay, this is a real couple. I get the attraction. They had good chemistry. I loved it. Mike, you have to see Naked Gun, dude.
I will see what I can do this week. That one I may do the Elihu method.
It's worth it. Even the kids will like it, man.
And then the one of the other things I was thinking about, and Chris, you're responsible for me doing thinking about this. Basically, instead of how you do your thread that we use on the Rumble and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Basically, making one of those for the CNA stream and pre-show politics.
Yeah, it makes sense to do that because, for instance, and I still get it occasionally. I get people who watch the show and says, "Hey, I didn't see you're going to do this, or I didn't get the link." And you have to be judicious about who you invite. You got to know who they are. You got to know what you're going to get into, or that they know the rules and they'll abide by the rules. And sometimes that still fails. But like for me, if I do it and then you get somebody that comes in and does, like we had whenever I first came back, it was a month or more ago, and they typed in an inappropriate name for themselves. While I may not know who that was exactly, I think I might have some clues, and that person's been on before. They should know better. If I had a direct knowledge of it, I would message them and say, "Hey, listen, okay, that's your shot. That's your one time. But if you do it again, you're out of this chat." You just got to be really on top of it, and you got to think, okay, who do I let in here? Mercer, for instance. Mercer isn't in the weekly wrap up, but I see him on here occasionally. I've seen him on. I think I've seen you on some of the streams too. But if he wanted to come in, because I know comes in here, and because I see him in the chat on here, I would more than likely be willing to let him in. But let's say it's
me. It's me.
JB.
I'm like, he has questioned me. I'm like, oh, who is this guy really? I'm not sure.
No, but like JB, which if you don't know what JB is, it's Jim Bob Joey, Joe Bob, whatever, JB. Let's say that's somebody that's in the chat. I've never seen him.
I just want to make a note because I just got the notification from my phone. This is how, when I say I didn't really watch much this week, because I'm usually watching stuff on one of my phones, I just got my weekly report. I used my phone 10 hours and 44 minutes less this week than I did last week than the week before.
That's a lot. All right, guys. I'm sure you're going to be wrapping it up soon. I got to go and finish this up. I will message you guys in the weekly wrap up. And Mercer, come on by tonight and watch our game shows, our games and stuff. Or if you want to join, let me know. What was that?
This channel?
Nope.
No.
On my channel.
His channel.
Okay.
Real Review 3000.
I take my friend to the airport, so it just depends on what time I get back.
5:30 p.m. Western,
7:30 or 8:30 our time or my time. So I don't know what time it is.
No. It's 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 6:30 Mountain, 5:30 Pacific.
And your channel's what's it called?
The Real Review 3000.
Okay, I'll text myself. All right, thanks.
No problem. Yeah, again, come on up.
Even last week, Katty was on. So
yeah, I mean, if you want to join. I just need one of the guys up there or you to find me on Twitter at Chris95150 if you have Twitter, and message me so I know what your Twitter is, and I can add you to the weekly wrap up chat. That way you would have the link and everything. You can come up, or if you want to just show up in the chat, you can show up in the chat, and it's still something you can play on there. But if you want to be on the panel and actually play, it's easier if you come up on the stream because normally they take up the main part of the panel. So
I'm writing it down. The Real Review 3000.
Yes.
Hang on, let me put. I will put it in the chat for you for one moment, okay? Let me put it in the chat.
Yeah. And then right underneath, right next to my name is my Twitter at Chris95150. So you can message me there.
From the Van Halen album.
That is one of the reasons why I use 5150. But do you know what 5150 is?
I do not.
Here you go.
It is the California Penal Code.
Yeah.
It is the California Penal Code for somebody who is mentally insane or unstable on site when the police get there.
Mandatory 72-hour hold.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the link.
And so,
link, Mercer.
But very much yes. That's why Van Halen picked it, and Van Halen's studio, Eddie's studio, is called the 5150 Studios. That's what I call my studio. Yes, it is very much a Van Halen thing.
I like that album quite a bit. I used to listen to it all the time.
5150 is pretty good. I'm a Dave guy. I've always been more of a Dave guy. So when it first came out, it was a little bit of a okay, because I grew up with Sammy Hagar separate from Van Halen. So I'm one of the guys that calls it Van Hagar.
Here's my contradictory opinion. David Lee Roth is the singer for Van Halen. He's a front man. He's a showman. He gives the band energy and its sound, and yet Hagar, it's almost like they were writing just more tighter material, but yet I still think
I always say that what it was is that, and one of the reasons why I say like Van Halen 1 and 2 are like some of the rawest, dirtiest, nastiest rock record albums you'll ever hear, because it was just raw power. And it was very, very just fast and dirty, and I love it. When Hagar came on, Hagar encouraged Eddie to use the synthesizer, unlike Dave, who didn't want to do it. And Dave has come around. Dave came around later and said, listen, what we did on 84 was great. And he loves 84 now, but he hated it when they first did it. He didn't want any synthesizer on that, and he hated when Eddie would do synthesizers. And and Sammy was completely different. Sammy was like, let's do this. So you got this grand scale of things, and it became so much more. And when you say tighter, I kind of agree, but I would say deeper. There's many layers to it, much more as far as layering and stuff. That's the thing. And I never, I wasn't like I hated Van Halen after Dave left. I'm a Dave guy because I like that raw, and I'm a front guy. So I sing. I play a little bit of guitar, but I've always sang. So he's always been one of those inspirations to me of how a front man should be on stage. Just own that stage, be a part of that. But also times, when he would do the stuff with, when Eddie would play a solo, he'd go over there and act like it was magic coming from his hands or some weird shit. Like, I don't know. I like the guy, how he does it. I mean, he's a complete asshole, don't get me wrong. And I try not to emulate that side of it. But, I mean, when you do things like here on YouTube, I have the alter ego, the ego. The ego's an asshole. The ego's only about himself, but it's an act. It's a fun thing. It's like
Bono. Full of himself. Not an asshole. He's more full of himself.
You're on the show. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about the show. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off here, get this computer up and running so we can go tonight. Mercer, like I said, if you have Twitter, at Chris Knight 5150, message me on there, and I'll add you to the weekly wrap-up, and you can come up on the panel tonight if you want.
Like I said, it just in terms of tonight, it might just be depending on how things go.
No. You see, don't understand. You're obligated now, so you don't have a choice.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. No, I understand. If you can't be there, we've got lots of people in that chat that try to be there, and the reason why I have so many people is that every week we get kind of this rotating door of people that isn't always the same. Some weeks it is, but I'm good with that.
At 9 o'clock, but I probably want to get there early. But it just depends on if everything.
What part of the states are you in?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
You're in Pennsylvania. Okay, yeah. So you're east. So it would be 8:30 your time. But if you're depending on what are you going up there, taking somebody up, or what are you doing?
I'm driving him. He's coming to my house at 5. We're gonna hang out, and then I'm gonna take him to the airport for his flight around. I think it's 9 o'clock.
We'll be on till probably about normally what is it, about 11:30 Eastern. So you can jump in at any time.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be there right when it starts.
It's
a lot who's been late.
It is very most of my shows that are live are very not all of them, but there are some that are very loose format. So like this is one of the loosest formats. There's like no rhyme or reason, much like my Rumble. My Rumble even has, in some sense, more of a form than this does. This is just, let's get on there, let's have a good time, let's just chill out. So yeah, you can come on at any time. But message me on Twitter.
We do. Yeah.
What was that? Yeah, message me on Twitter so I have your name and or your Twitter handle, and I can then add you to the weekly wrap up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that as soon as I gotta get going soon too. But I'm gonna do that as soon as I get out of here.
Okay, cool. All right, well, guys, I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna get this finished up.
What I'll do is in the next week, I'll do a post and just say who wants to join, the Twitter group regarding those two streams. And I do want to
Twitter for me. Yeah, Twitter for me, just so you know, is still being stupid about necessarily messaging me that there's new things that are on, because I have 3 different Twitters, one for Chaos Central, one for me, and one for me, like the real me here, and people who know me in Kansas City.
I've got the 2, one VileMike, one for the store.
Yeah, but so just add me to both of them. Yeah, just put me in. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'll try to get this all done for tonight, and I'll message you guys in the chat to let you know if we're going tonight or not.
All right, good to meet you guys.
Yeah, take it easy.
Then I'll hold off going to the store, because usually I plan on my Sunday dinners. Like if we're doing the game tonight, I'll have a quick dinner to make. Otherwise, I'll actually make good food.
Well, I might as well end this stream a little bit early. Is there anything you want to talk about, Mercer?
No, not really. I appreciate the asking, but no, I'm just I've been recovering from surgery all summer, so I'm gonna probably need to lie down for a bit. So
yeah, because there was some festival thing down in TJ. Mrs. Vile was worried that trying to cross the border would be a shit show today, so I literally left her house about 2:30 in the morning, and I haven't slept since. And we didn't even get home until like 9 o'clock because it was a friend of hers daughter's first communion. A big party, lots of people.
wow. Yeah,
But that's where it was at that party. It was where we did the whole dollar origami, because he was like, "Oh, you're on YouTube? Let me see your channel." And I showed him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you should do more of these dollar origami things." That's why I was talking about that. But I gotta, if I do it, I gotta get an arm for my tripod, because I gotta have something so I can do an overhead view. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. I think the way I did it before is I literally taped my phone to a dowel rod that I had, just hanging there, and the weight of the phone is what kept it from, turning over.
real quick, I can't find this guy on Twitter, Chris Knight 5150. I can't find him on Twitter.
Hang on, I'll put his
I
bio
was
in the
gonna try it
link.
on this phone, but I'm like, I don't have Twitter on this phone, so I can't show you.
Chris
Here,
Knight,
one second.
5150.
One second. Here's his little bio. Click in the chat. There it is.
We're going to the chat. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay.
I put his YouTube and his X account in the public chat.
That's sweet. Okay. Following. All right. Let me message. Thank you. I'm going to try to message him that way.
No problem.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
No problem. And by the way, I want to clear something up. 31 Atlas. Hubble has actually confirmed it has a corona and starting to grow a tail. Okay.
Wait. Say that again. You said that really fast. Say it slower so I can hear it. 31 Atlas.
31 Atlas has been confirmed by Hubble to have a corona and started to grow a tail, which means that Avi Loeb is full of shit. Like I've been saying all along, okay?
Well, we gotta have said that as soon as she said that it's an alien spacecraft, we already knew she was full of shit.
He.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's not an alien ship. I didn't know what it was.
No, Hubble has confirmed it. They got pictures and everything, and he's still admitting that it's an alien ship in disguise. I'm like, oh, fucking egg. Oh, boy.
It's never aliens until it's aliens, okay?
Yeah.
But all right, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks for being here, guys. Anyone who's on earlier and who's on now.
Thanks, guys.
Later, weirdos.
I'll catch you guys later. Go when you see the shorts, like and comment just so they can improve the algorithm for me. I post them every day except Sundays now.
Okay.
All right,
guys.
later.
Good night.